Look at the latest headlines. For now, we send it back to the Knoxville Convention Center where we are celebrating Fantasy of Trees. And Katie and Brittany, you guys are the lucky ones being there in all that beauty. It's such a sight to see.
Oh, Robin, don't we know it? This is the most festive place to be in Knoxville right now.
Absolutely. And in fact, during the next 5 days, nearly 60,000 people are expected to fill the Knoxville Convention Center for the Fantasy of Trees.
And this setup, it took a lot of effort and time. It started last Friday and it wrapped up today. And here at Fantasy of Trees, there's so much to do, from kids' crafts to shopping to entertainment.
All of the decorations, by the way, are for sale, and the money will go back to Children's Hospital this year for the neurology department. Last year, this event raised more than $1.3 million for a Lifeline ambulance for pediatric patients. And a reminder for you, again, Fantasy of Trees runs tomorrow through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., except for Thanksgiving Day. That day, doors open at 3 and close at 8, and on Sunday, the hours are from noon to 6, and you can find out more about that on WBIR.com.
And of course, all of this couldn't be put together without some very special volunteers, and we're going to share some of those stories with you today.
We're going to begin with a woman who's behind the theme of this year's event, the Peppermint Palace.
Yeah, not only are there peppermints, but there's penguins and pizzazz, and Joyce Sims shares her ideas behind this theme.
Our theme is the Peppermint Palace. The Royal Polar Bears are holding their tree lighting, and part of the festivities include royal musicians who are penguins and an animal carnival complete with a vendor peddling hot chestnuts. We weren't even planning to have an animal carnival, but when we were at the Atlanta market and saw some of those animals already dressed for a party, it was like, we have to do an animal carnival. So I think it just adds a lot of fun. We try to appeal to all ages, and I think that certainly does. I absolutely love it. I love putting smiles on people's faces. We see a lot of three-generation groups come through, families. It's become such a tradition for so many Knoxville families, and it's really fun to watch people's reaction. There are many beautiful things to see here, fun things to see and do. It's just a great family event.
Well, now we are bringing in Adam Cook, the VP, I got to get this right? VP of Institutional Advancement.
That's what they call
for
me.
Children's Hospital. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Thank you both.
Yeah, and last year, Adam, I interviewed you. You had just started this job not that long ago, and this was your first Fantasy of Trees last year. Coming into your second year, how are you feeling?
Oh, like a veteran, right? No, 1 year in, fantastic. We're excited. Fantasy of Trees is here tonight with our gala kicking off tonight, sold out, which you're so thrilled about. Wow. And then Fantasy kicking off the rest of the week.
And just taking a look around, this has to take so many hours of setup. So how long does it really take to do all this?
Well, what I like to say is it takes 10,000 volunteer hours. The volunteers we have are incredible. We could not do this without volunteers setting up, planning weeks and months in advance. They're already talking about what next year is going to look like, if that tells you anything. We couldn't do this without them.
And also, all the money raised, it goes to a very special cause. It's not just East Tennessee Children's Hospital, but a specific unit within it.
Yeah, this year, all funds raised are going to our neurology program. So children that have headaches, that have seizures, they have neurological issues. So we're going to raise the funds to double the number of providers that we have, so patients don't have to wait as long to see a provider. We're going to raise funds to help with facilities so that we're putting technology with where the providers are, so they're not going all over campus to get the care they receive. And the more money we raise, it kicks off more opportunity for things like maybe an epilepsy monitoring unit here at East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Every dollar raised for our hospital, for our kids, and that's what Fantasy of Trees is all about.
Well, speaking of that, we can't let you go without telling us the favorite part.
My favorite part is 350 trees, and I haven't counted all the lights yet, but we're in the millions.
Ooh. All right, I don't want to see the electric bill after this. Thank you so much, Adam. We appreciate it. And just another quick reminder about the hours here. Again, this event, Fantasy of Trees, opens to the public tomorrow and runs through Sunday. The cost is $10 for adults, children 4 and younger. Get in for free, and of course, you can read more about this on WBIR.com.
And we are just getting warmed up here at the Fantasy of Trees for 2023.